Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hour 3 of Lost Initiative.
So I don't know if it was made clear or not, so I just want to make sure
Sure.
it's clear that 2 weeks ago we went for 4 hours, and last week we didn't because it was Thanksgiving. But we are in fact doing 4 hours. I don't want this to be like, oh, 4 hours, oh no, but we are in fact doing 4 hours, so everybody is aware of that. No surprises. Awesome.
So, the hunt for Rye continues.
The hunt for Rye continues. So, Grauman, you stepped forward, I think, 30 feet so far, or did I cut you short before you hit 30?
I think you cut me short, because I was...
You were here. Sorry, you were here. So that's 20. So you actually can go to here, and then that's just your single move. You can still move beyond that if you'd like.
Where's the dude?
You do not see him quite just yet. He double moved as well, and he was ahead of you.
Well, then I get to go like 60 if I double move, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if he's not there, I know he's booking it. I'm getting in full sprint mode. I'm going.
Just going.
I don't know. Do I hear? Can I wait? Yeah. Can I hear?
So do you want to like stop and listen? I'll let you listen without using a turn to do so, but you have to roll at disadvantage.
Okay. Roll is disadvantage, and I'm rolling like perception or.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, interesting.
You do not hear him. Your own footsteps are too loud, as well as your own breathing and cussing.
14. I don't hear him. Shit.
Sorry.
All right. Grauman dumbfounded. Too many doors. Don't know what to do.
You have 30 more.
He yells to Otto. I don't know which way he went.
Pick what feels best.
There used to be a skill for that. Back in what, 3.0?
Pick what feels best skill?
Yeah, like intuition or whatever. Wasn't that a skill? Or was that not a skill?
Insight's a 5th edition skill, but it's more for like sense motive or whatever. Yeah.
All right, Grauman's gonna take his turn and he's gonna investigate to figure out which way this guy went or if he sees any signs of Rye.
Sure.
And he has a -2 on this.
So he's gonna roll a natural 20, of course, because
Grauman ain't so smart.
I've never. Oh my god! Oh. Grauman thinks he may have doubled back. Right out here in the shadows.
I mean, we did say Grauman.
Was you, Otto?
Addo might be the guy.
He asked you that though. He's like really asking if he's with you.
No, I didn't see him. He's probably up there.
No.
I'll come look.
Addo, you can of course rush forward, because it was actually technically speaking, it was Addo before Grauman, but that's okay. So move your 25. Sorry.
I can't move him.
I touched you by accident. Sorry.
Okay.
All you.
That's what he said.
There we go. Okay. So there's my 25, I believe, to put me in this room.
You got one more square.
Okay. I can't. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
And
Auto
of
survey.
course, you can do a double move, but you just lose your other action. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I kind of want to follow the same course of action Grauman had, hopefully with a better result. I'd like to roll for perception as well, if I could, to see if I can hear him.
Disadvantage if you don't want it to use your turn.
Sure. Disadvantage.
Oh my god, that's so much better.
There we
Addo,
go.
Yeah.
pull it through. You
Disadvantage?
hear him coming from somewhere up ahead, but not like straight ahead. So like it's hard to describe how it is that you hear it happening, but more or less you can tell that he's coming from this area right here.
Okay. I cut my hand to my ear, listening out. Tell Grauman, I hear him going this way. And I use my double move to rush over in this direction as well.
Sure. So 5 more squares.
Okay.
I think you kind of put yourself in the wrong spot. So that would be 1 square. Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say if I still can't see you.
So I can't go down.
You
That's a
can right here.
There you go.
There we go.
The red, the
You're
red are the
stepping
doors.
through a wall. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I see him go that way, so I'm gonna go. Oh wait.
Yeah, it's because the square is kind of half hidden, half not. There you
Yeah.
go.
Where did you go? Wait, did I go the wrong place?
Well, Gromit had actually already used his turn before when he kind of like ran up, listened and whatnot. But I'll let you get as far as like say right here, following him. Now.
It's that guy's turn first before I go. It
There you
makes
go.
sense. I would stay here then. That's cool.
Yep. Okay, and so Gromit did, as we had already discussed before, we just kind of did a little out of order, not a big deal. And now it's this guy's turn, and you actually see him. Oop, you see that?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And he scampers down this way, and then he's going to poke his head around this pillar and take a shot at you. So can you see him right now or no?
No.
Pokes
I
his
can
head
see
out.
I can see him there. Yeah.
Yep. He pokes his head out, takes an attack at you with his hand crossbow. Ugh, that's a terrible miss. I missed you by 4. And continues moving. So that was, I'm just making sure I don't over move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Awesome. So that was his turn. And now it is Addo's turn. He takes a shot at you and misses. It kind of pings off the wall next to you.
I get taken aback for a second at that. I yelled back at Gromit, "He shot at me! He's right here!" And I don't want to lead the charge against him. I want to spend a second and just make sure that we're not going to get ambushed again. Can I do perception in this room to?
Yeah, so what you do is just move 5 feet right here. And then if you want, you could just make your perception check, but just step out here for a second to see what you see and then step back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
You just did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, in the cases where you don't want to move first, you can like
Oh,
ready a defense or something like that, so you can just like chill if you cases too.
Yeah, so that you know that defense action, remember, you can move throughout your turn. So you can defense first, then start moving forward. But your perception is going to be a total of a 6. And as you saw right here, nothing. And so, you know, you're still here unless you choose to move forward first. You still have 20 feet you can move if you choose to.
So I'll go ahead and just ready myself here. Yeah, I'll take a defensive action, I suppose.
Okay, so you're just going to stay right there. Awesome. So now it's Gromit's turn.
All right, Gromit is gonna move.
Gromit's pissed. So I believe Gromit was originally here, and I think you set yourself back 1. So move 7 squares from where you were. Yeah, you were originally there before you moved. Yep. Yeah, you were there. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, I thought I was the one.
I just- Yep.
1, 2, 6, 5, 10. 10. Which way did you point? Are you pointing that way? Okay, he went that way. That's as far as I can go, I guess.
30. Okay, do you want to make a perception check from where you are?
Yeah, sure.
Roll me your perception. I'll tell you what you see.
Let's see. Oh man, so bad.
That's what you see. Bam. There you go. All right.
I see that.
Yeah, because you could poke your head around the pillar. You have to move down there to poke your head around the pillar, right? So you see that, but you're still on this side of the pillar. It's still your turn. Go ahead.
It's like, it's this way. He's this way. How is it my turn still?
You just moved and looked around and looked outside the pillar. You're good.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. I can't really shoot anything or do anything from where I'm at.
Do you have an axe on you that you can throw?
Yeah, but I don't see him.
Oh yeah, you don't have line where you are.
Yeah, I don't have line of sight, so can I? Well, I guess I just already used my action, right? No, I didn't use my action. But if I move any more further, then I can't do anything.
Correct. But you can prepare a turn for either defense or if you see him to attack instantly or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I guess I will. Oh, there's nothing I can really do.
Robin's like, options. What do I do?
I'm going to look around and see if I see any sign of Rye again.
Sure.
So is it an investigate again, or?
Yep. You investigate again if you'd like.
Ooh.
That's good for ramen.
So you look around, you actually do see a small trail of blood coming through here. And you can see the trail of blood coming through here. There's some fresh blood, but there's also some dried blood as well. And I'm not referring to the corpses that you see inside this room right next to you. I'm referring to other blood that kind of is falling on the same trail that you imagine that you can see the fresh blood going along.
And is it going towards this door?
Going towards, yep, exactly there, yes.
All right. He's gonna hold his place then.
Absolutely.
He's basically like behind this. He peeked out. He's like, all right, he's over there. He's like looking around to see if there's anything else. I think it's more so like those two guys surprised him in that room before, so he's like being more cautious than he was before.
Absolutely. So you hear him as he finishes running into that room. You hear him yell, "Get ready! There's two following me," and he yells that out in Damar, in the language that everybody around here speaks. Get ready! There's two more following me. And I don't know whether you saw him, but he continues running over there. And
Yeah, I saw him.
Okay, awesome. And since you heard him say that, I'm gonna highlight, click, and there we go. All right, now it is descending order. He was the 21, so the other guy actually does get ready. All right, who's next? That's Addo.
Mm-hmm. Otto is gonna move right back up next to Grommen. Just kind of, standing at his foot. What'd you see?
The guy that we were chasing, and I think blood. Different blood.
That could be right. Were there others?
He like shrugs.
Otto is going to attempt to look down the hall and roll another perception just to see exactly what we're dealing with here, if possible. Get this out. Boop.
Okay. So the 15 perception, just kind of peek your head around the pillar really quickly, which is like effectively a free action to do so. This is what you see looking down that way. Do you see any enemies in front of you?
I don't think so, apart from this guy.
Okay. Then there is one person down there, dressed as the guy you were just fighting, right? And behind that pillar over there, kind of taking cover behind it, just like you guys are taking cover behind your own pillar.
Okay.
Right. Now you move back to where you were, because you did not actually move.
So, seeing this, Otto turns back to Grumman. It looks like just the one, but I heard him talking to somebody, didn't you?
I didn't hear that, right?
He yelled it pretty loud. Everybody heard it. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that I heard that.
Yep. My apologies. I wasn't clear.
Okay. He's like, so I heard two people. I thought I didn't hear that. So there's two people talking to another guy, or the guy talking to two other people.
He said something to somebody else, or other people's. So at least one of the person he spoke to, yes. Or maybe he just said it to mess with you. Who knows?
Okay, that's true. Only saw one, but heard yes.
I'm just like Grommen, I'm worried about walking into another trap here. So I'm looking kind of hesitantly, wondering whether we should go in or not.
Just so you know, Bear, I believe you've only used 15 feet of your move, so I believe you still have 10 more feet left of your move. Correct me if
Okay. So I can move 2 more tiles, right?
Yes, 2 more.
I don't know if I want to. Oh, I'm scared.
You could like sneak.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're a halfling, so like because we're behind a pillar, it kind of gives you like or even behind me. Like if you hide behind, like you can use other things as like I don't know what it's called.
It's
Have like a halfling.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
You should totally use the bright light coming from this as something to hide behind. The beams of bright light.
I'm going to attempt to sneak over here then in the shadows. Maybe
Sure.
get a little bit closer, see if I can't see anything else.
Roll me your stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Bam. Okay, so you sneak over there to the best of your ability. Do you see anything different?
Nope.
Okay. So you see that guy still, or is he hidden behind the pillar now?
He's I can't see him now.
Yeah. So you can't see the person that you had previously seen here.
Mhm.
Okay. So so you peek around there, you don't see anything happening. So go ahead.
And I'm just going to shout back to Grumman, or not shout, obviously, but loudly whisper, maybe we should get Dog.
But the Lord.
Right, I know, but you could talk him out of it, probably.
So I guess I don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah. I'm just gonna ready myself again. I'm thinking Otto's not the good frontliner here.
Sadly, Adam is not seeing anything at the moment. But one of the things I can tell you, just to make sure you remember for time ticking stuff, Rage has ended at this point?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been out of combat, so Rage has ended for him.
And it is Grumman's turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, cool. So Grumman is going to, I guess, move in. Because he's like 1, 2, 4, 5. Oh my god. There's more fucking doors.
Ooh. Oh no, that's not good.
This is like one of those like Russian dolls. You just keep opening the doll and then like another doll is there and then you keep going and you're like, where the fuck are all these dolls coming from?
I can tell you, you were at 5 squares when you stood here, and you obviously could see this guy when you stood here. So I don't know if you wanted to step up here as your 6th square.
I did
Or
not
if
see
maybe
that
you wanted
guy.
this. Yeah.
Personally did not see that guy. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. Again, we're dealing with a computer, so sometimes things are, it's not 3D.
Yeah. Plus he kind of,
You're an old school gamer like me. You're used to the minis on the map. And
I don't know, they all look dead to me.
yeah. it's only because you see the future.
All right. You're gonna hear like Grumman walk in and then he's kind of like, huh? And he's gonna attack this guy.
Absolutely. Oh my God, that's amazing. Good job. Awesome. Oh, sweet. And oh God, that is so much. So Grumman comes rushing in and sees the guy and he's like, oh, and kind of runs at him and noticing the way that his wounds are on him and everything, you realize this is the guy that you were just chasing, that you were fighting
Yes.
that just ran into this room. So you do swing at him, you hit him, and it's a nasty blow. You hit him on his on the arm that is not carrying the sword, and you cripple it with the blow that you deliver. However, he is still standing. He still has his sword held, and he's like, nursing his arm. He lets out a holler of pain, and he's not doing well at all. But he is in fact still standing. So that is where it is right now.
Grumman, after he does the attack, says, "There's 2. 2, 3, no, 2."
Are you sure it's 2?
I don't know. Yes.
Grumman, not quite sure how to count. And so it is now sadly both of their turns. And so the first one is going to, the one that's right here, is going to take his attack against Grumman with his still good arm. He's going to swing at Grumman twice with his short sword. So let's see how this plays out. And oh, what? I don't even know how I rolled that low. Oh, I know why, because I pressed the wrong button. What?
Just take it.
With a modifier of 4, I'm rolling the total of a 2.
Ow.
That's a really good question.
You're rolling a -2.
Okay, that was weird. So I rolled 4 times. 2 of them I got the total of a 2 with a modifier of a 4. So I just ignored those and took the 2 that rolled high enough to actually make sense. So one of them was a natural 1, total of a 5. So his first attack after he took that hit was a crippling blow. It's kind of like a whimsy, pathetic attack. And Grommen easily smacks it to the side with his axe. But the second one has a lot more focus to it, and he takes an attack that comes very close to hitting Grommen, but he is able to step out of the way just in time with a total of a 13 against the 14 AC. So the attack does miss. Immediately afterwards, the other one, the one that's hiding behind the pillar here with a loaded crossbow, pokes up behind the pillar and takes a shot at Grommen. Or Grommen, 3 attacks at once. And that attack does hit. So the with poking right behind the crossbow, is poking out from behind the pillar. The crossbow shoots, hits Grommen for the total of.
Oh no.
3 points of damage. 3 points. So you're not raging. You do not have temporary health anymore, but you do take the 3 points of damage as it comes out, and it does nick you as it goes by. It's one of those things where he was aiming for your head. You kind of like saw it happening and you moved just in time, and instead he puts a slit inside of your ear. Had you a piercing, it may have fallen out, but he puts a cut inside your earlobe as the thing flies by. It stings like a mother, but you're still standing. After that goes to Addo's turn.
Addo has been, after taking that shot to the thigh, just been kind of hesitant since then, but finally musters up the courage, pulls out the rapier, goes charging in. Right up next to Grommen, sees the target and lunges.
Sadly, with where you're standing at right now, the angle from the corner is actually giving him what's called improved cover. It's giving him a huge bonus to his AC.
So do I want to move 2 more spaces to here, maybe?
It's exactly what you want to do.
Okay, there we go.
He wants you to do that because now you're attackable by both of his people. So don't fucking do that.
I don't know who would ever want you to do that.
Oh. Okay, well, whatever. I'll take the advice. How's that?
That's nice. That's a crit.
Oh my god, that's amazing. That's a crit. Oh my god.
That damage. You are impressing Grommen.
That'll teach you to help me out, DM.
That's a poke in the jugular.
Okay, let me just tell you that I'll give you raw numbers here. He was at 3 health. He did 13 damage. As you come running around the corner, you lunge forward and stab him directly in the throat. So you just right into his throat. You hold him there for a second. It's literally the strength of your arm that is holding him up as blood is dripping down the blade itself. When you pull it out, he just collapses to the ground and kind of feebly holds at his neck as just blood is just pouring out.
Before pulling it out, I had noticed the one shooting at us from behind the pillar as I made my way over to here, right? So I land my blow precisely and with a big grin, turn around and look right back at that guy as I yank it out of his friend's throat. Stuck him like a pig.
It is.
Grommen's just getting them ready for you, and then you just take the killing blow. You need like a killing blow ability or something.
I'm a kill stealer.
It is now Grommen's turn.
Hey man, kill steal all you want. I'm fine with that. Grommen is very impressed with Addo and gives him a giant grin as well and books it towards this guy. He's going to try to knock him down again like he did before. What's up?
As you rush towards that guy, he's quickly, as fast as he can, trying to reload his crossbow. And he's like, kind of getting it together. Literally, as you approaches, he finishes putting his crossbow together. And he holds it out as you swinging forward, get ready to take out his legs or whatever it was that you're planning to do. And he says, if you attack me, I'll kill her. And he holds his crossbow to the side and gestures it towards a spot over here where you see lying on the ground, both helpless and completely defenseless. Helpless and hopeless is Rye, just lying there inside this prison cell.
Is Rye naked?
She is not naked. That would be weird. It'd be very weird.
Be a little naked character.
You
there.
wish. You freak.
Yeah,
I
jeez.
know. Grumman was gonna take a peek.
Wow. Okay.
Naked
There are
demon-
other
naked
more
demon lady?
Yes. Listen, you can always drill a hole between the two bathrooms and look that way. Like that's be respectful.
Grumman immediately stops. He has his like because he was gonna go for he was gonna trip him. He has his leg like right in front of him to the right, and he's like just pauses there and freezes, and then he just like kind of puts his one arm up because his other arm's like still dragging his axe.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, no. And that's it for my turn.
Okay.
Well, basically, I'm just going to hold it, I guess.
Awesome. So after your turn is that guy's turn. And so he is going to stay in the, stay within your range. So he's not provoking or anything like that. And he kind of takes a couple of steps closer to her and holds his crossbow better at her and says, all right, the two of you are going to stand down. The two of you are going to stand down and you're going to let me leave. Yes?
Where are you going?
Not here.
Why?
He just looks at you like, it doesn't respond verbally, just.
Well, so we can just let him go, right?
I mean,
Like-
maybe.
I'm talking to Grumman at this point.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Grumman's like, he like kind of like shrugs with his one arm because he's still dragging the other arm. He's like, he's frozen there. He's just like holding his leg, like still waiting to maybe trip the guy.
Otto's like, yeah, okay, you can go.
Good. All right. Good. But I don't trust you. So the two of you put yourselves in that cell right there, and I will leave.
Grumman says no.
He gestures towards this cell.
No.
I'll even give you the key to the cell so that when you want to leave, you can, but you can't follow me too quick.
How about you count to 10 or I count to 10? Then you get time.
Yeah, I like that. We turn around.
The true
count to
idiot's approach from Grumman. How about you count to 10? We count to 10 together. But not 11. I don't know 11. I'm Grumman. Just 10.
I love your Grumman voice. Why hasn't that come out before?
Yeah, oh my god, can you just talk for me, Stephen? Oh, I'm crying.
Oh. Okay, so go ahead, Addo. You were saying?
I was saying, yeah, I like that. We'll turn around and count to 10, and you can go. And then you leave Rye, and we'll all be happy.
Okay, but then you put your faces to that wall, and he gestures at this wall over here, saying more or less he's saying, I don't trust you.
No. Grumman just said no.
And he's sitting here, you can clearly tell he's like, okay, I've got them ready to bargain, but I don't trust that he will just kill me. We're at a bit of an impasse.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see these gears turning. He doesn't say any of that out loud. And he's kind of like, well, I can't just trust you're not going to kill me. It just kind of blurts it out.
Otto responds like, well, yeah, that's actually pretty reasonable.
And Grumman's like, I no trust you.
But I'm going to run. I'm literally going to run.
Yeah, we'll let you. I mean, he's big and strong. He can kill you. I mean, he probably would have already done it if he wanted to.
Okay. Don't go in the cell, but you go against this wall here. Once again, gesturing to this wall right here. You put your backs to the wall, but put your weapons down.
I look up at Grumman. Oh, you're
my
muted?
internet's pooping out.
Mm.
My internet's going bad. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You looked at me and what?
I just said,
What did he say? Sorry, I missed all of that because
He lost. The same wall he said face towards, he said put your back to it instead, but put your weapon down so that you don't, more or less, so that it would take you a moment to kill him if that was what you were.
Grumman looks at his arm that he has still holding up, and he's like, he looks at he's like, how do I put my fist down? And then he like realizes what the guy's saying, and he's like, oh, sure. He puts down the weapon, goes to the wall, and chills there like this.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Awesome. So with that, he's like almost shocked.
Grumman starts counting. 1, and he looks at Otto because he doesn't know how to count.
3.
Oh, by the time Otto gets to 3, he's like, ah, and actually starts legit running as fast as
Oh my god, that worked!
Okay.
How did the guy just not be like, fuck, stab him in the back?
Okay, so hold on 1 second.
I love that Mathis is like, how did that?
I was like this, you guys don't do that, don't do that. Oh, that's fine, it worked. That's good for you.
All of a sudden, ignore these two. These people here, they're not there. So all of a sudden, Thunk, who's kind of like pacing back and forth, I imagine being very irritated with how much time is passing or whatever, sees somebody come running up the stairs, looks and sees them, and he's kind of like thinking for a second, and then he turns and starts, oh, my apologies, let's just make sure the attention is brought over here. There we go for everybody. And then he looks, judging for a second, seeing Thunk with the nobles, and then he's kind of like, and turns and starts making his run. Absolutely.
Do I get a reaction?
You most certainly can roll into initiative really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's click on my character so I don't fuck it up.
And you are ahead of him in initiative. So when you do that, Thunk, you kind of catch him. He catches you off guard. By the time he gets like to here, you are able to act.
Okay. My eyes flash red as I just reach forward and point, and I speak one word, will save, and I say, approach. Command.
Yep. Absolutely. And you said will save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I rolled a natural 2.
Beautiful.
That's such a good. That's such a good spell for this situation. Like,
Yeah,
what?
that's awesome, man.
He moves
So
towards me by
he
the
looks-
shortest and direct route, ending its turn if it's within 5 feet. So once he gets in front of me, it spell lines.
So he turns, like I said, he looks at he sees you with the noble and whatnot, and he's like, not worth it. He steps out and starts looking to book it to get the hell out of here. And as he goes to take his first step with his back to you, you're like, approach. And he's like, and then like rigidly turns around and starts rigid at first, but much more smoothly as time goes, makes his way towards you. Not very quickly. He's like trying to fight every step as he goes, but eventually he stands before you.
Is there like the equivalent of like non-lethal in 5th? Like if I wanted to knock this guy out as opposed to kill him, what would the rules be for that?
If I remember correctly, it works similar to Pathfinder, in which case you just choose to knock out versus kill.
Okay. And it would come off of his remaining hit points, right? Not a fresh pool? Okay.
Exactly that.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do, but I'm going to roll. I'm going to use my inspiration, and I'm going to try and just roll with advantage to try and just hit this guy and knock him out using my mace.
Your base, yeah.
You're not a real orc.
Oh, I'm a real orc. You think I don't want to talk about it. Don't worry.
Should not.
So
Be.
17 to
Trigger
hit.
him
Don't trigger.
Oh,
to commit more atrocities.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right.
okay, so you hit.
Yep. It's 1d6 plus 1.
You can just click the
Oh,
mace.
yeah, I forgot. All right. Just
So
click.
you click it instead of me.
There we go.
There you go. Awesome. He actually had 6 health points left. So with that being said, you drop him.
Good.
Except with this, instead of being dead like everybody else likes to do, I'll just put like a nice little dots on him.
Okay.
Okay. So
I have rope. I would tie him up.
absolutely. And so you do tie him up. Bring our attention back down to where it belongs. And you see the group of them are down there. He kind of ran off. I don't think you're interested in chasing him. And you see her locked in that cell.
Well, Grumman looks at Otto and says, "Should I chase?"
No. Let's let Thonk take care of that.
Just assume.
Oh, what? No. Do you have medicine checks? See if she's alive at least.
Grauman's gonna go over and pick up Rye, if you can.
Sure. Well, the cell is actually locked shut. So why don't you make me a strength check to try to rip it open?
Yeah. He had the key. Hold on.
He was offering you guys the key. And you said no and let him run. I'm trapped in here forever and I'll die.
Oh, hush.
No, you won't. Because we have Grauman rolling.
Grauman's strong.
Nothing
She
bad
just
ever
bends
happens.
the bars.
So the bars themselves actually, sorry, Thunk, the bars themselves are actually formed very well, but this area down here is kind of old. It actually seems much older than you would think. These cells, the bars, everything. So you grab the thing and you try and the bar's not working. So Grauman's just like, it's just like rattling. Ooh, I lost my headset. And it starts rattling the cage. I got too excited for that. So it's rattling the cage as much as he can, just try like aggravated thing. Just I want to save Rye. And the lock being as rusted as it is, rattling as hard as he does, Grauman actually busts the lock open and the cage door swings open.
All right. He's gonna just like throw it off to the side and go to her.
Otto rushes in as well, between his legs.
And he like picks her up and he's like, "Is she alive?"
So I mean, you can make a medicine check real quick just to see. Both of you guys are welcome to roll. That's fine. I love how Mathis's screen is just super dark. The rest of us are in like these very bright, well-lit areas. And Mathis
Mood
is
lighting,
like,
man. I'm an evil man. I'm evil.
I like that. That's a good reason.
All right, so that the two of you check it out, and you're able to see Rye is in fact still alive, though
thank God.
he's not doing very
I was gonna
well.
say, fuck. Did you do like death rolls in secret?
No. Oh, you mean he's been rolling for me the whole time? Yeah. Probably.
No.
You never know.
So Rye is in fact still alive. Yes.
All right, cool. And I guess have you ever healed me before, Otto?
I used heroism on you to give you that health, but I believe that can act as a curative spell as well, can't it?
No, okay, no.
Then Grauman's like, heal, and he looks at Otto.
Did you say it can or it can't?
You cannot, and the reason why she is asking you, Bear, is because bards are actually able to get healing spells. You just don't have them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
One day, my son.
I look back at Grauman. No, I only have what I did to you.
I guess, is there any way for me to any way for us to do anything?
So, I mean, for heals wise, you can take a short rest, of course, which takes about an hour. But I imagine, you can either stay down here and do whatever you want, or you can just kind of pick her up and bring her back to Thonk, however you want.
Pick her up. So I guess I'm just gonna, when he says that he can't, I'm going to how heavy is she? Could I put her over my shoulder and grab my weapon still?
Yeah. I mean, Grauman is ridiculously strong, so your weapon is not so overbearing. You just she's over one shoulder like a fireman, and you're good. Well, technically it's both shoulders. Whatever.
All right, he puts her over his shoulder, grabs his axe off the floor that he dropped for the other person, and starts dragging it along. And he looks at Otto and's like, "Well, then we go," and he starts going. But then he stops and he realizes he doesn't know where he's going, and he waits for Otto to tell him where to go.
So, do the two of you choose to go back up to where Thonk is, or do you choose to explore a little bit deeper?
No, yeah, I want to take a look around first. So I was going to motion for Grauman to go back to Thonk.
She's
but
lost.
clearly
He's lost.
He needs some help. So I say, hold on, let me make sure we don't forget anything here. And I want to, I guess, just investigate, right? Look around, see if there's anything of note here.
Yeah, absolutely. So 1 second, I'll get to you. While kind of Addo's just kind of tiptoeing around and looking at things, does Gromit want to like examine Rye and see if maybe he can attend to her wounds or anything like that? Like,
Yeah, I think he's concerned about right now. Like, he's like, what is with you, Otto? Keep, you're like continuing to do weird stuff whenever we need to. So I was actually gonna say that I was gonna start walking this way because I think he kind of like remembers where he needs to go.
Yeah, it's kind of like after like he thinks for a second. He's like, oh, because Robert actually is really good with directions and maps and whatnot. So after he kind of thinks for a moment, he's like, never mind, I got this. And Grom is just kind of like going to go back to Thonk, and then we'll have Addo just keep exploring. Is that the plan?
Yeah, only just like a quick check around the area, and then we'll be tagging along with Gromit too.
And like, yeah, basically what Grommen's doing is, we'll play it out like this. Like Grommen's walking slowly and like looking at Rye and seeing if he can help her out, and then looking back and seeing where Otto is. And like when Otto moves up a little, he moves up a little, and then like checks her while he's waiting for Otto to check.
Sure. Then we're all waiting for Addo to take the lead, please, sir.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So there's that. Okay. Well, off we go then.
So you kind of just look around this room. You weren't looking beyond this room and other things.
Not really. No,
You
yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
My first attempt, not so good.
You poke
If I
her.
never-
You grab her by the throat and just start squeezing tighter and tighter. I'll stop the blood. Yes.
I don't know. Looks back for. Don't do that. Not helping.
And as her neck's kind of like turn.
Hang on, I've practiced chiropracmancy.
I would assume that he'd probably be like trying to like, instead of, he would not choke Rye. He'd probably be like looking at one of her wounds and like poking at it. And instead of like helping, he's just like making it worse.
This is where Orc Heart is.
You're muted, Sam. You're muted.
I was gonna say, I feel like you've been in enough battles to know what a fucking wound is and what not to touch. Like, I don't think that's an intelligence thing. I think you would have that knowledge.
And you rolled a 0.
You have a scar over your left eye. That somehow that got healed.
Well, if you watch the prologue, you'll know why I got that.
Tomorrow at 1 p.m. So anyways, the Mathis games that you play. So you guys make your way back to Thunk upstairs. So we're actually at that perfect.
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I was gonna say. We'll break before they.
Perfect point. Why don't we take that break with you guys kind of coming everybody back to Mathis together. So I'll set that up right here right now.
Yep.
You guys get to see the wonderful corpse sitting by by Thunk's feet. Mathis isn't actually in the game.
Oh, you wait.
And we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Yep. So be back in 5.
Zero, Maggie.